Shut up and sit down.
Hello there, wrestling fans! Beef the Legend here with another edition of Rewatch, Review, Rewrite. I don't know, my hand's not showing. No, there it goes. Rewatch, Review, Rewrite. I'm Beef the Legend here, and the Cruiserweight Champion, Beef the Legend. And, you know the drill. If you've watched these before, you know what we do here. We talk Royal Rumbles for right now. I'm really enjoying the series, and I'm glad that all of you are. I know that we're winding down. We're heading towards the Rumble. It's only 6 days away. I'm giddy with anticipation. I really am excited though. But I'm it should be a good show. Should be a good Rumble. Should be a good couple of Rumbles. But that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about some classic Royal Rumbles. Good news. I have decided officially that even though Rumble season is ending, that doesn't mean that the Triple R, baby, the Rewatch, Review, Rewrite, will continue on with WrestleManias. That's right, your boy's going to go start to finish. He's going to try and get through 38 other WrestleManias before we get to the big one in April. It's a tall task. Can't I do it? Do I have the patience? Can I take that much Hulk Hogan? We'll see. But yeah, so I'm excited to officially announce that. So even though the Rumbles will be ending, that doesn't mean that this one will. So this week, today, the show, because I might do another one today and schedule for tomorrow. We'll see. Today's was talking about the early aughts Rumbles, kind of the doldrum of WWE. Where it wasn't quite sure what it was. Attitude Era was done. The Ruthless Aggression Era hadn't quite gotten into full swing. So, it was kind of in the middle. And the Royal Rumble felt like that. The Rock winning, Triple H winning, Lesnar winning. They all... Benoit, they all kind of just felt the same. Not to say that there weren't cool spots, but they were all kind of just there. And so therefore, for those Rumbles, again, we're talking 2000 to about 04, I'd say an average of 15 to 17 elimination rating for each of them. Take it as you will. I just like the closest was 04 to being special, but it really kind of drew on a little bit too long. And Lesnar being eliminated by... Well, Lesnar coming out to eliminate Goldberg, who shouldn't have been in the Rumble in the first place. Stupid. And, I mean, again, Lesnar versus Goldberg, fucking 2 decades before it came back, was stupid. The whole damn thing was stupid. So, let's talk about one of my favorites, though, or at least it was going into today, was 2005. That's the one where Cena and Batista eliminated each other at the end, and the kind of that whole kerfuffle. So, it was good. I'll start by saying that I enjoyed it. I'd give it a solid 23 out of 30 eliminations. It was a good Rumble. I like that it focused so much on the youth, and those are my favorites. Whenever they focus on the young talent and try to get the young guys over, I think 2016? I'm not exactly sure on the years here. But, like, the Rumble with the Sermon on the Mount had a good showing for a bunch of young guys until Triple H just came out and just shoveled them all. But this one is really good for youth because, again, I talked about how WWE was kind of not sure of what it was at that time. It wasn't the Attitude Era. It wasn't quite the Ruthless Aggression Era. It was just kind of in betweeny. And tweeny. um, but this they made the push for youth here, and you could tell, and they did a good job with it. Um, Benoit started again number 1, or no, number 2, excuse me, and he went the full distance again from start to finish. Benoit was in there. Kudos to that guy. Sucks that he was such a fucking monster and a piece of shit, but you can't celebrate you can't celebrate that. You can't celebrate him because of that. You can't separate the two. Hell of a wrestler, one of the best of his era, if not one of the best of all time. But he was just a douchebag, a terrible fucking guy. So it is what it is. Guerrero was in there for a long time. Eddie was number 1. Um, and again, like there was a lot of young guys. It felt really really good. Kane was in there, but he wasn't in there for too long. He didn't do a lot of stuff. Big Daddy V was in there, whatever. Like he wasn't the main eventer anyway. He was just kind of like a guy that Cena could throw out. Angle was in there for literally a cup of coffee, only to get thrown out by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was in there only to be thrown out by Kurt Angle, so they could set up the WrestleMania 21 thing. Awesome. So the bulk of the Rumble though was carried by young guys. Jericho, Rey Mysterio obviously went on to become an icon of WWE. Edge, whenever this is whenever he really started his main event push. Again, Shelton Benjamin, Eddie, Benoit, and I really think that things turned out differently for Eddie and Benoit, they would have absolutely been part of like the key marks of the organization going forward too. So, yeah, a solid 23 out of 30 eliminations. What I didn't like, it kind of insisted on itself a little bit too much. And what I mean by that is that it used itself as a gimmick. The whole Raw versus SmackDown thing, people popped for it, and it was great. What happened is in the middle of the Rumble, Eric Bischoff came out, who was Raw GM. Teddy Long came out, SmackDown GM, and there was a face-off of like I think 10 guys. Raw on one side, SmackDown on the other side, just kind of like the 18 Royal Rumble, where it was new versus old, kind of a similar vibe. But fans loved it. It was okay, it was fun, whatever. But like the whole time, Taz would not shut up about it. Oh, here comes another SmackDown guy. Oh, we need to get another SmackDown guy in there. Oh, what are they going SmackDown to SmackDown for? Like, oh my God, Taz. Insipid Taz commentary aside, it was very clear that they were trying to like make that line of demarcation: SmackDown versus Raw. Number 1 was Eddie. SmackDown. Number 2 was Raw. Benoit. The last 2 in the Rumble, the last 4 in the Rumble were Edge and Batista, Raw guys. Cena and Rey Mysterio, SmackDown guys. The last 2 in the Rumble were SmackDown and Raw, Cena and Batista. So it's very clear that it like insisted upon itself. In fact, I think this is the one that had the promo for like the Sharks and the Jets, which was a great promo, no doubt. But like it's very very clear that they told you that this was going to be like a West Side Story thing. Anyway, sorry, got the sniffles. It was a good Rumble. The thing that I would change outside of the Raw versus SmackDown stuff, which again a little bit that can remain. The big thing was the ending, man. Super overbooked, super contrived. Everybody, rumor has it that it was a work or that it was a shoot. That Batista and Cena weren't supposed to eliminate each other. It was a work, absolutely a work. And I'll tell you why. The referees there were Johnny on the spot. They didn't miss a beat. They held up Cena's hand, they held up Batista's hand, or they held up Batista's hand, they held up Cena's hand. The announcers didn't miss a beat. And I can tell you for a fact, if this was a shoot, nobody would have acted that fast. There would have been a moment of until they figured out, got word from the boss. No. And then Vince was like ready to come out of Gorilla in like 2 minutes. No way. I don't buy it. It was absolutely a work, except where Vince blew up his quads. That was a shoot. And to see that proud, stubborn son of a bitch sitting in the ring during the biggest moment, one of the biggest moments of the era. This really kickstarted the PG era, where Cena was your top guy and Batista was your top guy. This made those two. And to have that stubborn, egotistical jackass sitting on his ass, knowing how pissed off he was that he could not stand. But otherwise the whole end was kind of overbooked. The right guy did win though. Batista won, and because Cena didn't need it. Cena was a superstar on his own. He was getting over without the Rumble win. Batista, I think, needed that little extra push to beat Triple H at Mania. Again, 23 out of 30, a pretty good Rumble, pretty enjoyable. I definitely put this on my top 5 list, faux show. I don't know if we'll get too many more of these. I might try to do maybe another one. No promises. I might try to sneak one in next week. But if I don't talk to you before, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy the Royal Rumble. And watch out for more of these during WrestleMania season, baby. Again, this is Beat the Legend saying, take care, slick back your hair. Good night, everybody!